Hi everybody, Pat Huntoon here with Technique Junkies, and today we're going to be making that awesome service card that you saw at the beginning of the video. And it's a very simple card to make. It's a one-layer card. You can make this more complicated if you choose, but we're using some very simple tools. First off, we're using the SS150 Thank You for Your Service set of 5. And you can see there's a serviceman and then 5 really nice sayings to go along with it. You could use them for the outside and the inside of the card. That was my idea when we designed it. And we're going to be using some Catherine Pooler inks. We're going to be using Rocking Red, Something Borrowed, and Midnight, 3 of my favorite colors. And we're going to be using A Coorful Life Designs Paint Strokes Stencil to give the card some color very simply. I'm just using 80-pound Nita Solar White cardstock. And because it's such an easy card to do, I'm not even using pixie spray on the back of this. I'm not using tape. I'm just putting it down simply and easily. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with red. Now I am starting down, maybe an inch or so from the top of the card there. And I can do this 2 ways. I can grab my blending brush and blend the red on there, just like that. Simple and easy. Or I could take my ink pad and flip it over and just go over it like this. Now I do have the full-size ink pads available, but I also have some minis available, and that's very simple to do with a mini. Okay, so I'm going to put 1 stroke, and then I'm going to kind of measure out where the second stroke might be. Just general. I don't want to overlap the colors too much because I don't want to end up with a purple. And I'm going to put another stroke of red on there. Now I've just tilted the stencil just a slight bit. There is no wrong to doing this, just so you know. The Paint Strokes is very forgiving. It's, there's no defined, if you don't get it perfectly in there, it doesn't change the way the ink pad goes on there or blends. And then I'm going to use a third one, however, I'm going to turn this one this way, like that. So I'm going to start with 3. And this one, just to give you an idea of how similar they are, I'm just going to blend this one on. And I'm just using a regular blending brush. My set of 10 does not have red in it, so I just use a black brush for that. Okay, so I'm going to wipe off the paint strokes. And now what I'm going to do is fill in the blanks with the blue, and I'm going to be using different strokes. So I think here I'll use the thicker stroke, and I do want to get some of the ends on some of these. So again, use my fingers, the Something Blue, and the ink pad. Okay, and moving it. And I think I'm going to add a third, and I will use this thick one again, only I'm going to have that end be out. And now I'm just going to stamp my servicemen on there using my MISTI. And the way I'm going to be doing this is I'm going to put this into my MISTI and tacking it down. But I'm going to be using a piece of acetate in the MISTI just to make sure that I get this exactly where I want it on the background. Okay, so that's just a piece of acetate just so I can make sure that I line these up. Now I am actually going to be lining up the sentiment first, and I'm using Thank You for Your Service, and then my serviceman, which I think is probably going to end up there. Let's see how that looks. I do have some ink on them, so I don't know if it's enough. Let's put some ink on there and see how it looks. Now the Catherine Pooler Midnight Black is the black I'm using. It is by far the best black I have used in years and years and years and years. It is, it's the best black I've used in a very long time. You can use Copic markers with it. You can watercolor with it. You can just use it as a black. And look at how beautifully, well, you don't really need to see it that beautiful, but okay, so that is what it's going to look like when it's done based on where I just put those. And I think I want to make a slight adjustment, but what I think I'll do is leave the acetate there and just move the card over a little bit. Just a tiny bit. And I think that's it. So I'm going to put my finger on the card, move this off, tack that back down again, make sure I clean that off, and re-ink my stamps. Oh, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So that is our card. It is so simple and easy to do. If you have someone who has given service to the United States, or you make cards for servicemen, these are great cards to make. Very simple, very easy. And that's the end of our tutorial today. I hope you did enjoy the tutorial and that you will consider subscribing to the Technique Junkie channel in the future. Thank you so much for watching today. Bye now.